Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
What do you bring to the table? Like, you want people to describe Karim Lopez, the basketball player. What do you want to hear?
I feel like I'm just a winning player, you know, someone that's going to contribute to winning, a competitor, you know, a high IQ player, you know, someone that's going to play the right way. And yeah, like I said, like the first thing I said, just contribute to winning.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The Grizzlies are on their way to a new era, and now's the perfect time to buy in and secure your seat to witness history. With the 2026-27 half-season tickets, you can see the future take shape in real time. With a talented draft class joining our young core and starting this season, half-season ticket holders can own the moments with all new MVP benefit, including inside access to exclusive events, perks that match your passion, and rewards that take your fan experience to the next level. More information, visit grizzlies.com/tickets or just call 901-888-HOOP or grizzlies.com/tickets.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
What is up, y'all? Welcome into the Gary Parrish Show on Grind City Media. Lane Whitaker sitting in all week for GP. We are here live from the Not Built for Tough studio. We were in the other studio because we're still getting some stuff figured out in there. Bennett Doyle's here. I'm here. Kyra's right through the glass. She's right here. She's close by. Close enough for Bennett to make eye contact with now. You like that, Bennett?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
I want Kyra. I'm petitioning to get Kyra up here permanent. I like this setup we got going on over here. I want them up here.
It makes it harder for me to work from my desk.
That's okay. You'll be fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I can deal with it. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We'll start with the Grizzlies. Karim Lopez, we have some news around him. Jalen Wells, we have some news around him. We can also talk D'Angelo Russell. We can talk other NBA stuff. There's a lot of LeBron stuff kind of falling out from his signing with the Sixers. Kawhi Leonard, more news about Kawhi. Then Michael Wallace will join us. We can talk about some of those same stories with Mike. Grizz Prep had a big event the last few days too. Mike was there, so we can talk about that. Mike's been really involved with Grizz Prep. 5 more things. NFL training camps are underway. Bennett's Titans are getting after it. Cam Ward kind of had a little fun with the local media yesterday. MLB trade deadlines on Monday, so there's a lot of teams that are kind of in the mix there. Let's talk about Spider-Man. Let's talk about the MLS All-Star Game, and let's talk about the juvenile who stole a cannonball, and it's not that juvenile. I thought it was. It's not. So that's what we got for today. Then we get you in the carryout and get you onto the Chris Vernon Show and the Odds Couple. So that's all we got. Bennett, how was your night?
Great, man. Great. Just chill with the kiddos. Wife went out to dinner with her friends. Good evening at the Doyle household. Everything's good.
I haven't asked you about your new tattoo.
Oh, yeah. I got a little work done. Yeah.
What'd you do? Just get it like...
Yeah, just get a little something. Yeah. I'll show you off air.
All right. Don't want to show it on there. I got this in the mail today. Some Memphis shorts from the guys at Slam. It's kind of
Those are cool. Yeah. I like that.
Kind of cool. Shout out Slam. Shout out the homies. We ended up, the Braves were on last night, second half of a doubleheader, and it ended. So this is what I like about the Central Time Zone. Like, I watched the entire Braves game. It ended. It was 8:15. You still got hours to watch other stuff, do other things. So we ended up watching a movie last night. I'll talk a little bit about that later. But There's not a lot of sports on right now.
No, I consumed some WNBA again last night. Wings Dream, the Atlanta Dream comeback victory.
Is there a bet on that game?
I don't think so.
I don't understand it.
I think that's
people are making a big deal about it.
I think that was just two friends joking around.
I think so
bit.
too.
Yeah.
Like, people were like on social media making a big deal about it, and I watched the clip, and it's like kind of funny, like them screwing around about it. Like it doesn't seem like.
Yeah. I think that's just one of those things where a certain portion of the internet likes to grasp onto things related to the WNBA.
Yeah, I was gonna say it happens a lot around
run
the
with
WNBA.
it. Yeah,
it happens a lot around Angel Reese too. it seems like.
Yeah. When Angel Reese is involved and there's video, people are gonna people are gonna talk about it for sure.
Let's talk about the Grizzlies. We got a little bit of news last night that came across the interwebs. The Grizzlies have signed Karim Lopez, who they drafted in the second round. They signed him to a rookie contract, I assume, multi-year contract. He was a guy who I think a lot of people thought the Grizzlies were going to go sign a point guard or go draft a point guard with that second first-round pick. They traded down a couple spots and draft Lopez. He was a guy who, going into the draft process, maybe like 3-4 months before the draft, people had him as a lottery pick. As players started going through the workouts and all that stuff, he dropped a little bit. Born in Mexico, played in Spain, played in New Zealand, was the 19-year-old, scored 358 points for the Breakers, most ever by a draft-eligible player in the history of the NBL Next Stars program, which is the same program LaMelo Ball was in when he played in New Zealand.
Oh, okay. I never realized that.
Yeah. So Lopez is a big dude, 6'8.5". I kind of thought of him as like a just Cam Boozer light type player. Hadn't watched a ton of him, and then like the last week or two, there were some clips that came out of him working out, like doing like through the leg dunks and stuff, like pretty athletic stuff. He's very young. There was a report during the season that we should have thought about as the draft approached. There was a report during the season that Grizzlies GM Zach Kleiman had gone to New Zealand to watch him play.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot about that as the draft approached, and I was like, oh, we should have connected the dots there. But I guess he was a guy the Grizzlies had an eye on, and we'll see what he does. We only saw him for 10 minutes in Summer League.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's like one of the more intriguing players on the roster this season just because of the unknown. And 21st pick, and it's good that like the deal finally gets announced because it's another spot that's like officially. We knew it was going to happen, but it's another spot that's officially solidified on the roster. So that you can start thinking more and more about like what direction they're going to go with some of the other guys that might not be a part of this thing once the season kicks off.
I think also like the Lopez pick and signing him, like you're betting on development there, right? You're betting on the way you've seen Cedric Coward, Jalen Wells, G.G. Jackson, these guys kind of come through the system as young, kind of unpolished players and become guys who are able to contribute on a nightly basis and play consistently. I think the Grizzlies must believe like Lopez has that skill set, and we get him in our program, we're going to develop him and make him into something that's helpful for us. One of those guys I just mentioned was Jalen Wells. Our guy Drew Hill in the Daily Memphian wrote a story about Jalen Wells, who has is healthy. He had toe surgery in the offseason. He's healthy. And he really feels like this offseason is a chance for him to kind of get his legs back under him and develop some things and be a contributor next year. I think the big argument with him, with Jalen's always like, is he a starter? Does he come off the bench? Like, I don't know if it matters. Does it? Like,
I mean, I think it'll definitely be a big point of discussion as the season gets closer.
I care about who finishes the games.
That's fair. I agree with that. I've stood by, like, I think he probably will start just because I think a lot of things have kind of pointed in that direction that he's going to be. He has been a starter for this team often since he's been in the league. Yes. And, he's a good defender. We know that. Hopefully, like,
I think he's better than good.
No, he's a very good. He's defender. A good defender, yeah, for sure. Hoping that the 3-point shot is like super consistent this season. I think that's going to be really important for him to be a starter on this team, especially when you got a guy like Cam Boozer that's going to be kicking the ball out a lot. Yeah. So that's going to be important for him. you know how I feel about Gigi. I'm super high on Gigi. We'll see, how that goes. I think there'll be some good battles at camp. I do. I don't know if it's solidified. I think if you were going to ask me right now, I'd say Jalen's probably going to be the starter, but I don't know if that's like solidified.
A lot of it's going to be like on a case by case basis.
Yeah.
I think because I think Isolo, like that's one of the things you're giving him a full complement of tools to figure out what to do with, and he's going to be able to on a night by night. If a team goes smaller, maybe Jalen plays. If the team goes bigger, Gigi plays. You can kind of adjust based on what you want. I think the ideal, I've always thought this in the NBA, the ideal is to make teams adjust to you. Like you want to be able to kind of dictate what the other teams are doing. But I think you have to be one of the better teams to do that. And I don't know if this Grizzlies team is there quite yet. So at this point, you're still like mixing and matching, trying to find things that work. And injuries are always a part of that too. But Jalen Wells gives you a lot of that. I remember when Jalen was a rookie, he started the season on the bench, and he said that it was exactly – he was like, you know what? It was exactly like playing my player in 2K. Because in 2K, you start on the bench, and your guy's sitting on the bench, and they literally give you a view of the court over your teammates' heads. You see the coach.
Oh, yeah.
Until you get in the game. And Jalen said, like, that's what – he goes, it's exactly what it's like sitting on the bench. And then he became a starter pretty early and played a lot. And has been a big part of this thing for the last couple of years. He also, I've talked to him a couple of times. He said last year before one of the games, he was like, one of the things for me has always been I wish my arms were like 2 inches longer. Because he's like, if I had like a little bit more reach, like it would totally change the way I was able to play defense. So he's also not the most athletic guy out there, but he manages to kind of maximize what he has. And I think that's something I really appreciate his consistency, the way he comes every single night and just he does the same thing every night. And you kind of need that, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Some constancy.
He does. We'll see. Like I know, like I've seen a lot of people talk about Jeremy Grant and like, well, how can you not start Jeremy Grant when he's a veteran that's been a starter in this league and give
who average 18 a game?
Yeah, for sure. I just think it's going to come down to like, more of what's the vision for the future we're building for the future.
I think that, but that gets to the point guard discussion we've had on here too earlier. Is like, do we want to go more of like a defense first lineup, or are we kind of trying to score points off the bat? Like, what's the vision here? Or do you want to bring a Jalen Wells off the bench to come in and be a defensive stopper?
Yeah, I mean, I said on this show and said I think that like a starting lineup of Scotty said, Jalen, Cam, and Edie, that's a really good defensive group. I mean, at least it on paper is a really good defensive group.
Yeah.
So
I mean, because you have Sed and Jalen to guard wings, you have two bigs in there, Cam and Zach, who can guard anybody, and then Pippen is the best probably on-ball defender on the team. I don't know. Javon Small's probably in that discussion too. But those two guys, you could also make the argument to me, Bennett, that like you have the two great wing defenders, two great post defenders, and then you need offense. So Ty Jerome was like unstoppable when he played last year.
Yeah.
Like maybe throw him out there with those guys
for sure
to kind of get you buckets. So I think there's a lot of ways it could go. We'll see how it plays out as they get into camp. One guy who we don't know if he's going to be in camp or not is D'Angelo Russell. Who I saw a tweet last night where he tweeted,
what's going on?
Something about a caged bird can't fly or something. And so it reminded me of Zaire Williams tweeted something similar. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that.
So I don't know what that means. Does it mean thinks he's not going to be back? It was in response to a tweet about him last season on the Mavericks. I'm trying to find it now. Somebody pointed out last year on the Mavericks, he didn't play a lot. Played in just 26 games with Dallas last season, yet set the single-season franchise record for most games with 25-5 off the bench. Second overall in the franchise history. He's 19 minutes a game was a career low, but when he averaged 25-plus minutes last season, 21, 7, and 5. In those games.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I would say to him is
bird can't fly in cage.
I would just say be patient. I think that the Grizzlies will do right by him.
I think
one way or another. They always do. One way or another, they will. I would assume that they're still waiting on, because there's still like a couple more
I think
dominoes
honestly,
to fall
yeah.
like around the league. I think the Grizzlies are being very patient in this whole roster
I do too.
consolidation process and waiting to see like what kind of the final pieces are for some of these other teams before they make their final couple moves.
We talked about it with Verno yesterday that the Peyton Watson thing in Denver, like that could be significant.
Yeah, what does that mean? And whether he goes here or anywhere. Yeah.
That's a domino that's going to affect things around the league.
Because some team like you just meant like D'Angelo Russell, like the numbers were obviously lower, and he still says that he's got a lot left, but a team that wants to contend this season is going to get at the point where it's like we have to add another guy that comes off the bench and can fill it up like he, in theory can.
Sure.
And so I do think that he'll be fine.
I think so too.
I think he'll be fine. I do not. I still
somewhere.
stand on. I don't think that he's going to be a Grizzly.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I just think like if development's the sort of A1 goal for this season and of this younger roster, like he doesn't really fit the timeline of these other guys. They just signed Karim Lopez, talking about Jalen Wells, Cedric, all these young guys.
I also don't know how like happy he would be, being a fourth like guard option. You know
like
what I mean
up,
for the Grizzlies? Yeah,
you might end up playing 20 minutes a game again.
Right.
Yeah, and maybe he wants to play more somewhere around the NBA or somewhere else. So.
Yeah, I think we'll figure it out. Yeah. I think it'll be all right. Just be patient.
Did you read the other NBA news last night? Kawhi Leonard. There's more about the aspiration story there. Like I'm kind of like, all right, let's get to a decision on this thing. I don't know.
It doesn't sound like that's going to happen anytime soon.
Sounds like the Clippers and the Raptors are playing in the preseason. In Vancouver.
I mean, I think it's looking less and less likely that he's going to be a Raptor.
I don't know.
Right?
I mean, don't the Raptors know going into all this, like this is a possibility?
I don't know, man.
I don't either.
That's a hell of a story. We should ask Mike about it.
Well, then there's a lot of LeBron stuff still kind of still percolating.
Yeah, I saw this morning that he's doing a deal with ESPN to do a Last Dance documentary.
Yeah.
We knew that there was going to be a documentary, but this is
you always be making content. That's like the rule these days. And
I mean,
and
look,
LeBron's
man,
gonna do it.
It doesn't matter. Like we can all roll our eyes at it. It'll be massive.
Well, there was
just
also
like the Last Dance was. They'll put that sucker out this time of year, and everyone will watch it, and we'll all come on the shows the next day and talk about it. Like this, they know what they're doing with that kind of stuff.
There was also a big story yesterday on ESPN from my guy Dave McMenamin about the signing and how that went down with Philly. And there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff in there. Apparently at that Fanatics Fan Fest last week, which we talked about it when it was happening, and people thought we were going to get an announcement out of that, and we didn't. But at one point, LeBron used the phrase, trust the process, and everybody freaked out and thought he's signing with the Sixers.
Right.
He didn't mean to. He actually just said the phrase, trust the process. And in retrospect now, it's funny. At the time, he hadn't made up his mind. He didn't mean to hint that he was going to the Sixers. He just said it. There's some other little nuggets in that story, and Rich Paul's talked about this a lot on his various podcasts. But one of them I thought was interesting was that Tyrese Maxey was pretty active talking to LeBron the last few weeks and telling him, like, I'll do whatever you need me to do. I'll sacrifice. I'll do whatever. Joel Embiid was apparently active in there saying, like, I'm healthy. I'm good. Come over here.
I love how he's got to disclose that.
I think
I promise I'm good.
Jaylen Brown said some stuff.
I will be available for the playoffs.
Jaylen Brown said he was ready to like sacrifice, be part of it. So I think there was a lot more behind the scenes going on than we heard about. I also thought it was interesting. It said that they met with 27 NBA teams, or they spoke to 27 NBA teams. Who do you think the three were they didn't talk to?
Well, the Grizzlies would be one. The Kings probably. Or do you know the answer? Oh, you don't know the answer.
I don't know.
And you said it's 3 teams?
There's 3. They said that LeBron's team was in touch with 27 NBA teams.
Okay. Well, I'll say the Grizzlies, the Kings, and the I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, who would
Milwaukee.
Why Milwaukee?
Because he said he hates the hotels in Milwaukee, too.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know.
There you go.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Michael Wallace will join us. You're watching The Gary Parrish Show on Grind City Media.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball. But the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board. A class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Everybody says about you, they're like, he wins at every level, right? He won in high school, he won in AAU, he won in college. Just explain to me how. Like, what is winning basketball?
I mean, I think it's just showing up every day. You know, I don't cheat the game. I show up at work, I have high energy, great coaching. First and foremost, I've always been surrounded by great coaches and players who really want to buy in and win. People talk about my winning, but you can't do that without a team.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show on Grind City Media. Lang Whitaker, Ben Joel, Kyra Black. We're all here. And as he always joins us on Thursdays, Michael Wallace joins us now. How you doing, Mike?
Yes, I'm good, man. I'm good. It seems like time flies because last Thursday I was at a Starbucks.
Yep,
and
with Megan Triplett.
Yeah, former Grind City Media superstar Megan Triplett just rolled up to pick up her mobile order and just bust into our scene right there. So, Megan, if you're watching, shout out to you. Good to see you last week, and, man, good to be back again.
Megan's not watching.
She might be, man. She's a fan. She's a fan of.
Megan's at Costco.
She probably is.
That's
true.
She loves
She's
the
out
Kirkland
and about.
brand.
Yeah.
That's her thing.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of Grizzlies news that kind of happened in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, but the biggest one last night was that Karim Lopez is actually signed with the Grizzlies. I was telling Bennett, I feel like we should have connected the dots a little better on him before the draft because he was a guy who was mentioned as a lottery pick 6 months before the draft. Then as like the combine process started, he slipped a little bit. But then there was reports that during the season, and I totally forgot that Zach Kleiman had gone to New Zealand to watch him play. So I feel like maybe we should have connected the dots a little bit more. We only saw 10 minutes of him in the summer league, 11 minutes or whatever. He played that one game as he battled the hamstring injury. What should our expectations be, do you think, for Karim Lopez this year, next year?
You know, that's a great question, Lang. I think there's still a lot of mystery around him, you know, because all we've seen is, I mean, I don't know how much, you know, Australian Basketball League, NBL, you follow New Zealand, Australia, whatever. I don't follow much. I have seen his highlights. I have seen his clips. And it's still a mystery there. You know, I know what kind of player the Grizzlies hope he can be, but he's still got to get there against NBA competition, against guys that, you know, in Australia, you might have 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 players who are NBA caliber in the entire league.
Right.
On the roster that he's on, he's got 13 guys who are NBA caliber players, so to speak, from that standpoint. So, you know, can he live up to the athleticism that's needed? Can he adjust to the skill set that's going to be required? And keep in mind, he's still only 19 years old.
Yeah.
he comes across. One of the things that the Grizzlies struck gold on is they got two guys who are mature beyond their years.
Yeah.
When it comes to their processing and the way that they approach things. So I think he'll, you sign him. He's got a 4-year, basic 4-year contract, rookie scale contract. And you hope that you can plug him in there. He's got to beat out some guys, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's at that 3/4, which is Jeremy Grant, G.G. Jackson, Jalen Wells to a certain extent, Cedric Howard, depending on how you want to use him. So there is a log jam there at that position that he's probably going to play. Can he step up?
What do you think? Like you said, we'll see if he develops the way we think. But I kind of don't know what kind of player he's gonna be. Is he more a Cam Boozer type? Is he more of a G.G. Jackson?
No, he's more of and again, one of the coaches with the Grizzlies, laid this out to me because we didn't have a lot on Karim Lopez. What he said was, whereas Cam can be that, as they said, that hub of offense, and you play through him, and he's a facilitator that sets up, but you can also rely on him to score. Karim is more of a ball dominant forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's more of a guy that you have to have the ball in his hands, and he's going to look to create and to score, right? He's a guy that wants to get into the paint. They have to figure out how to spread his game out to the three-point line and shoot. But he's one of those guys that wants to get the ball from the defensive end, dribble up the court, and attack the basket. That's the kind of guy he is from that standpoint. And you have to put shooters around him to play off of him in that way.
How, do you think this season he spends most of his time on the main roster? Or does he go play some in the G League? How do the Grizzlies utilize him and develop him?
Oh, he's going to be on the main roster. You know what I mean? As a first-round pick, as you said, projected at one point to be a lottery guy, slid down a little bit, ended up at 21st. He is going to be one of those guys that would get – if you go back to – before Gigi was doing the back and forth with the hustle, when Gigi had consistent minutes, with the Grizzlies, that's probably where Cam is going to start, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to come in and knock your socks off the way Jalen Wells did and automatically get a starting spot because of his defensive tenacity. But I do think that if you give this kid a chance, he can do enough stuff well to factor in that rotation, but he's got to bump some guys out.
Yeah.
And that's the key. Is he a bigger 3? Is he a smaller 4? You got Omax there. You got GG. You got Jeremy Grant. Like I said, you got 4 or 5 guys in that category alongside Karim, and he's going to have to figure out where he goes from there.
It's going to be interesting this year to see, like you said, the pecking order and how that kind of plays out. And I told Bennett earlier, I feel like it might end up being sort of a case-by-case basis, depending on who you're playing that night, what the matchups look like. Because that's
in terms of that extended rotation.
Sure, because that gives Isalo each night a lot to work with. He's got a big toolkit, and he can say, all right, this night we need more smalls, we need more whatever, And we've seen him do that last season some. It was a more limited array of the stuff he had to work with.
Right.
But this year he might have more options and do stuff like that, which leads to Jalen Wells. Drew Hill had a story on him in the Daily Memphian.
In Toronto?
Yeah. And Jalen,
or London.
Jalen also did an interview with 92.9 recently talking about stuff. I talked about it in the chat, and people are like, it's pretty divisive. It's like, is he start or not?
Right.
I don't know. I feel like, does it matter? I'd rather see him in games.
Well, I mean, he's because of the way he defends.
Sure.
He's definitely going to be a factor in that rotation. And that's the thing. You just alluded to it in your previous statement. Isalo has a lot of tools in the toolkit.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to explore, right? And that's the one thing that's kind of unfair is that he's going to be in year 3. Last part of his first season was interim. Last year was a season that started off with good intentions and kind of derailed. Yeah. And now it's a reset year. So do we really know what Isalo wants to do?
True.
3 years in, we're still going to be figuring out what he's trying to do. But when you talk about a Jalen Wells, to me, what Isalo has said is that he wants balanced lineups with advantage creation. He always uses those qualifiers and those words, advantage creation. And if you have a second unit that has just as much balance as your starting unit, then you're fine. So to your point, Jalen Wells could be, an effective role player as a starter, or he can be a prioritized role player as on a second unit. So to me, I think I think you start Jalen Wells because most teams that you're going to be playing is starting their top guys on the wing.
Yeah.
And he's one of the best wing defenders. I think you need him in that starting lineup. And maybe, to me, In that debate, I think you bring Jeremy Grant off the bench because he's already proven that he's a veteran willing to do that. He can score 18 off the bench, which is what he did last year. And you're going to need that bench to have some pop, especially if, depending on how the rest of the bench looks.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, you tweeted last night about the Grizz prep.
Yes.
And the whole thing that was going on over there. What exactly is Grizz prep getting into now?
Man, it's a wonderful, wonderful transition that Grizzlies Prep has made, and I appreciate that right there. They've gone from 168 Jefferson Street downtown in an old bank building to an expansive campus, which used to be the old Corey Middle School and Believe Academy, and now they have an actual campus. They've quadrupled the square footage of the classroom space that they have. They have a basketball gymnasium now, football field, baseball field. They're going to be building a track out there. And the Grizzlies have been right there every single step of the way for the 15 years that Grizzlies Prep has been in here. So I have a piece up at Grind City Media right now. You can get to it from my social right there. Just basically telling the story of how important it is for the Grizzlies to continue this involvement with a school like Grizzlies Prep. And now that they've opened and expanded with the girls' school, one of the only STEAM school for girls in the state of Tennessee and middle school. And a special, special shout out, I allude to this in the column, but to Terry Carmichael Jackson, Jaren Jackson Jr.'s mom, who wrote a letter of recommendation as the WNBA executive director, supporting the launch of this school. And, the Grizzlies Prep Foundation thanked her for her support. It was the school board that saw that letter and then approved us to expand to a girls' school. And now you have 6th through 8th grade boys. And then on the other wing of the campus, it's a single-gender girls' STEAM school for 6th graders. Enrollment spots are still available. Check out the link right there. Go to grizzliesprep.org, grizzliesprep.org, if you want to get one of your young men and women involved in the school.
You said you were just now, you didn't mean to, but you're like, that's something we've done.
Yeah,
you said, because you have been really involved with this. Your son went there. Like you've been a volunteer and you've done lots of stuff there. I know Tim Ware, who's the executive director over there. I've known Tim for a long time before he got started there. And it's been pretty cool to see how he's helped transform it. And now, but I always try to. People would ask me like, "What is Grizz Prep?" And I was like, "The Grizzlies like help run a school." Like how many? Like that's got to be the only pro team that has that.
It is. It started when it started 15 years ago. It was the only professional franchise directly affiliated with a middle school for boys. Right. So now you've had other franchises do things now. The Washington Wizards have an affiliation with some of the local charter schools in DC. The Detroit Pistons through Jalen Rose Academy has a connection with the Detroit Pistons now. LeBron James has done some stuff directly with I Promise. So you've seen that model sort of emerge. But in terms of an NBA franchise making this a priority in their community engagement department and their Grizzlies Foundation, that it's unique. It's unlike anything else. And what we try to do, and I say we because
because you are part of it.
My son went there. He's an alum of Grizzlies Prep. I write about his experience in a column. And I'm also co-chair of the board now. Elliot Perry, Sox, EP is also a board member as well too. So we invest human capital in what we do with that school every day, and we bring those kids to FedEx Forum. You've seen them. We go out to their schools and do mentoring and all of those kind of things, man. So it's a great relationship, and it's one that amplifies what's going on in the city of Memphis with one of the best schools in the state. And one of the organizations being the Grizzlies that are definitely dedicated to amplifying those efforts over there.
That's super cool.
You
in that answer, you're talking about LeBron and the I Promise, the academy. I haven't talked to you since LeBron signed with the Sixers. It was last Friday. We talked last Thursday. Shocked? What was your feeling when you heard he was going to Philly?
Hold up, man. What grade is Beck in?
He's going into 8th grade.
Dang. He's already started 8th grade?
Yeah, well, it starts next week.
So he's already registered. Bennett? Lil Bennett, what grade is Lil Bennett going to?
Yeah, Noah's going into 2nd grade.
All right, so in 4 years, we're coming your way, man.
Okay.
We gonna come get Noah, and he's gonna be at Grizzlies Prep.
I know he'll be in good hands.
All right, absolutely. Absolutely. LeBron, man, like I wanted him to go to Golden State. I didn't think that Philadelphia. Just because if I took what Rich Paul was putting out there and sort of the tea leaves that LeBron was leaving, this was all about having fun, enjoying the last year of his, and checking off a box that he hadn't experienced yet.
Yeah.
And I thought going to go play with a guy like Steph Curry gives him something that he did it before with Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
But these guys are it's California, it's Steve Kerr who knows how to manage older players and all that kind of stuff. And I just felt like they were going to be one of those teams that, hey, they might not win a championship, but if you're not going to win a championship, this is probably the most fun you're going to have. So I wanted to see that just to see how it played out over 82 games. But having said that, Philadelphia was the spot I wanted him to go to the least because I felt like his impact there would not be as needed as anywhere else. Philly was going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals with or without LeBron James. For the first time in his career, 4 other guys on that roster can look at him and say, you know what, dude, we don't need you. We don't need you tonight. Go ahead and take a night off. And LeBron hasn't been in that role before. And I don't know if he can suppress his need to be so involved as a high usage player to want to take over. I think it could be disruptive. I also didn't like it because I love Jaylen Brown, and I wanted to see him be able to go to Philly and really take that and get the flowers that he deserves with that team since he left Boston. I'm not going to say it's not going to work because I think it will work. I just think everybody who was in line to get a little bit more credit and a little bit more shine have to take a step back now because of LeBron.
It's funny because, like you said, the Warriors probably would have been the most fun outcome of all this. To me, the Sixers is like the least fun outcome out of it. And it's almost like the most serious because it's all of a sudden like LeBron, and he said it, LeBron said it, he was like, look, I wanted to work. This is like the chance to kind of grind with all these guys and put in the work and figure things out. It's not really fun. It's not kind of sexy, but if you're a basketball nerd, like to me, like I'm looking forward to it.
I love it. Like I'm saying, I love it, right? I absolutely love it. But what I'm saying is that, to your point, it's almost like, okay, where can I go that's going to carry me to the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals? And then if I want to step up or if I need to step up, I can. That's Philly, right? So it's almost like, I don't think that LeBron is going to go down as, depending on where you stand, 1 or 2, right? And if you really, really hate LeBron, you might drop him to 3. But 1 or 2 in the pantheon of the greatest basketball players to ever live. I'm not sure that anything he does in Philly is going to exponentially add to his legacy or not. And if they don't win it, I do think it's a mark. But if they don't win it, it's like, how in the world could they not have won this from that standpoint?
Except he's old. Like that could be his thing.
But the thing is they're not going to win or lose based on him, is what I'm saying. Right? If they don't win it, it's not going to be because LeBron didn't deliver. It's going to be because, wow, this whole project failed. If they do win it, it's not going to be LeBron helped us win because they were supposed to be there anyway, at least in the conference finals. So I think he would have had to do more work in Miami. Cleveland, he just made a career out of saying no thank you to Cleveland, except the times when he went back. And so Philly makes sense. It's the safest bet. It's the most surefire. If you're going to bet on yourself, that's the place to go. And we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. The only thing about Philly is you got to go through New York and the Celtics when they're healthy. So
or maybe just one of them.
Yeah,
on how
but I
it
mean, you
lines
get
up.
out of the West, you don't have to go through the Thunder or the Spurs anymore. So, like, I guess that makes it easier. It also it's sort of a referendum on Luka and the Lakers. If you look at it that way, LeBron, he's looking for help. He's looking for a way to get there, and he was like, "That's not the way."
Yeah. I think a lot of egos came into play with that.
Probably.
LeBron's, Pelinka's, and Luka's, right?
Yeah.
And I think Luka wanted this. They say the smoke. I think he wanted all right, LeBron's moved on. We putting this team together around what works for me.
Because he went to the finals in Dallas doing that.
Yeah. And I think the team that he has now on paper looks a lot better than that team he had in Dallas.
Yeah.
There were a lot of role players around him in that situation. But, again, I think the Lakers are going to be fine. I know LeBron is going to be fine. And, again, it's going to be, the East from 1 to 12 is stacked.
Yeah.
The West, it's 1, 2, and then from 3 to everything else is all kind of jumbled.
Yeah, everyone was like, we want the Grizzlies to move to the East. Now,
Man, I mean, in theory, a good team might not make the playoffs in the East.
Oh, several of them.
Yeah.
Several of them. Because what people aren't factoring in is that the last time Tyrese Halliburton was healthy, that team was in
the finals.
In the finals.
Yeah.
Right? Ahead of New York because they beat New York.
Yep.
And, you know, they got past the East, and you're not even factoring in them and when you think about the East being loaded.
Right.
So add them in. Depending on what happens with Toronto, they're either going to be even better than last year or still a factor, right? And, you know, you just, at some point, man, I mean, Atlanta probably has done more work than any team to improve their roster, and they were already a solid team, right?
Yep.
So, and then the Washington Wizards, they were way in the back.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to be a play-in team or even a playoff team.
And
so who falls out of that?
Right, and that's like I can't just sit here and say, even though that they faltered last year, I'm not going to sit here and say that Orlando just falls out of the conversation. They're in the conversation.
Still playing for it all.
Yeah,
maybe Charlotte's out of it.
Charlotte takes a step back
because they've kind of traded away some pieces, and seem like they're trying to rebuild it. Otherwise, like today on the Odds Couple, Fish asked us for our top 5 picks in the East, and I was thinking like, all right. I think the Knicks probably coast a little bit at the start of the year, right?
Yeah.
But the Celtics are going to try and win. The Sixers might take a little time to get to what they're going to be. The Pistons, like, I don't know what do we expect from them this year? Are they going to?
They were the best team in the East last year.
Can they redo that this year? I don't know.
Yeah. Cavaliers were a 60-win team.
Yeah, and but they'll have Harden the whole season now. There's a lot of like stuff. I think the East has a lot of question marks. So it's gonna be fun to watch LeBron like inserting himself in the middle of that equation.
And you know what we hadn't mentioned, and we just talked about 10 different East teams. We hadn't even mentioned Giannis going to Miami.
True. Yeah.
Right. So think about that. We mentioned 10 teams and hadn't even gotten to the Heat yet. Right. So there's only maybe one team or 2 teams.
Kawhi ends up in Toronto.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like a couple of teams that you can definitely count out in the East. I think Charlotte will take a step back, but they still want to be competitive.
What about the Bulls?
The Bulls, the
Nets?
Bucks, the Bulls, the Bucks, and the Nets. Those are the 3.
We didn't mention the Pacers either.
We just did. I said Halliburton.
Who returned him? And like all
Bulls,
of a sudden,
Bucks, and the Nets. Those are the 3.
Yeah.
Everything else from 1 to 12 is trying to win something.
Yeah.
You know, so
get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, for sure. What's the story with the shorts?
I held them up earlier. I got them in the mail. Some guys at Slam sent me the Memphis State shorts.
Oh yeah, okay.
Those are good.
Yeah, they showed up a second ago.
There we go.
All right, Mike, appreciate you stopping in. And,
anytime.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got 5 things. You're watching the Gary Parrish Show on Grind City Media.
Pressure-packed moment in sports, hands down, has to be shootout in the World Cup, because I am a casual fan of the beautiful game called football. I wanted to throw up. I wanted to throw up for all of these teams, for every kick.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
What do you bring to the table? Like, you want people to describe Karim Lopez, the basketball player. What do you want to hear?
I feel like I'm just a winning player. You know, someone that's gonna contribute to winning, a competitor. You know, a high IQ player. You know, someone that's gonna play the right way. And yeah, like I said, like the first thing I said, just contribute to winning.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit Grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's Grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show on Grind City Media. Lane Whitaker alongside Bennett Doyle and Kyra Black, and time to do 5 things.
Number 1.
A little faster. It gets a little faster every day.
Yeah, you
my
jumped
eye on
into
you,
that one.
I was ready.
I was ready. That's all right. That's all right. I was ready.
Number 1, NFL training camps underway around the country, and your Titans had a little interesting stuff yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, a couple notable things from Titans camp yesterday. Cam Ward completed his first 5 passes yesterday, finished the day 9 of 16, had a pair of touchdown passes, one to Elik Ioman. I always get his name wrong. He was pretty good last year. Elik Iomaner. I think that's how you say it. I had trouble with his name last year, but it's E-L-I-C. That's how you spell it.
Iomaner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Carnell Tate had a touchdown grab as well. You can play the video of that one. I think I sent it to you, Kyra. Carnell caught a pass, practice best 3 passes, including a touchdown pass from Cam Ward.
First round pick, right?
Yeah, man. This is trying to make up for the A.J. Brown fiasco, years ago. Like, this team, I need to do we should maybe do this on one of these slow days, like going through like the greatest receivers, the worst, the teams that have the worst wide receiver history in the NFL. And I think the Titans would probably be.
I think Falcons would be in there too,
right there near the top. Like, they had, Derek Mason and.
You mean the best players who came through there and
No. I'm saying
bad players.
I'm saying the worst, in the history of the team.
Yeah.
The worst wide receiver teams in NFL history. And Titans got to be near the top.
Right.
Like, they've had 5 good ones.
You said
in the history
Derek
of the
Mason. I was like, he was good.
No. I'm saying I can name you the good ones.
Good ones, yeah.
And there's 5 that were elite. I mean, it's like Derek Mason.
Yeah.
I'd throw Nate Washington in there. AJ Brown.
Calvin Ridley.
I mean, he's not there long, and he's back, by the way. He's back at practice.
Falcons legend.
Yeah, he's back at practice. The Titans have kind of been known as that team where receivers go to die, where their careers end.
A lot of that,
DeAndre Hopkins.
That should be different now because you have Cam Ward, right? Like, you have a quarterback to get them the ball.
Yeah.
And a coach who's an offensive. You have Dable there, like an offense-first coordinator to make things happen for those guys.
Yeah, man, but it's been a rough wide receiver history for the Titans. So I was shocked when they took Carnell Tate that high in the draft, but I get it. I totally get it. You need to give your fans something to latch onto, and he looks good so far at training camp, so that's awesome. I talked about these preseason rankings are all coming out. And, the Titans' big question mark is going to be offensive line. When you go and look at preseason rankings, they've got the Titans' offensive line right there at the bottom in most of these. J.C. Latham, who was a first-round draft pick, I think 7th overall out of Alabama a couple years ago, he's back. They just took him off the PUP list today, so that's a big development for them, that he's going to be back today. But yeah, that's kind of the biggest notes from Titans camp yesterday. Robert Saleh, he's a defensive guy. He thinks the defense is going to be awesome. They had Big Jeff at the podium. He looks insane, like a Greek god. So I'm excited about him.
Like he was in the Odyssey.
Dude, that dude is a real freak. When you see, he's huge, but he is lean. I mean, he is a massive dude, but he's super lean. He's gonna have an amazing season. I cannot wait to see him. He was one of the guys when the Titans were doing the coaching search that wanted Robert Saleh really bad. So I think he's gonna have a massive year, and I'm excited about that. There was a clip yesterday of Cam. He was asked.
I saw that.
He was asked by one of the local reporters covering the Titans just about his comments last year. Remember, Cam last year said that we're ass, which he was wrong. He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong, but he was asked about it yesterday. Here's what he said.
In the Netflix documentary, you didn't walk back the We Ask.
Love that Netflix documentary. Love that.
Walk back the We Ask comments from week 4 saying, hey, I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I said what I said. And then you said that you played all right. So is that kind of the idea that the team was ass and that you were all right, or were you part of the way the team was ass?
What's your name?
Jim.
That's a good question, though.
Thank you.
Nah, it's like I said, I'm up front. They know who I am. The builder knows how I am. You guys puff. But it was a point to where like we're so much better than what we're putting on the field. And I was specifically talking offensively. Early in the year, the defense did everything they could to keep us in the games last year. We didn't do our job offensively. So I think after that was made, it really made us lock in even more. Because at the end of the day, it's a production-based business. If we're not producing, next man up. And I think we all handle it the right way. They know I say it again if I had to. We just gonna keep one.
So I follow a ton of Titans people, and like a lot of Titans fans were pissed off by the question. I didn't think it was that egregious.
I didn't. And he handled it about as well as you could, I thought.
Yeah. I thought so too. We like, it is interesting just seeing like when you watch pressers from like other markets and stuff like that. I would venture to say we're like one of the kinder markets.
Sure.
Memphis is just across the board.
I used
for
to
our
live in New York
sports.
City. Like,
right.
I've seen some press conferences.
So I didn't really think that was anything, but no, I like that Cam's kind of trying to take accountability. Again, we're gonna see how this training camp goes and what the season looks like. I just want to see. I don't have any expectations for what they're going to do this year. I just want to see him take a leap and look like one of the a starting quarterback in the league. That's what I want to see. And so we'll see. Like I'm a big fantasy football guy, and I'm doing a bunch of mock drafts and stuff lately. They have Cam ranked like right at the bottom, which is interesting. I don't think it necessarily means anything at all.
I think it might.
But like the people that put that stuff out there, it's
they kind of know. Last year I was so excited to get Michael Penix on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
Because he was going to be playing a lot. And
right.
And he wasn't that good. He was all right. By the way, the Falcons, the top two quarterbacks aren't playing. Top running back's not playing because of a contract issue. And the starting right tackle is out on the physically unable to perform list. So exciting start for training camp down in Flowery Branch, Georgia. For the Falcons.
It's tough. That's tough. And you got by the Bijan picture of him with the Jafar hairdo.
Yeah.
It
wouldn't be shocking if he did
it was
that.
fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I sent it to Bennett and I was like, let's put this in the rundown. And he's like, no, it's not real.
I think they're going to get that contract worked out.
Apparently,
I think you'd be okay there.
The Athletic said
okay
it's more likely than not to get taken care of right away.
Yeah,
so,
you would think so.
Let's get him out there.
Number 2.
Hey, MLB trade deadline's Monday. And your team might have had an effect on it.
By the way,
night.
my biggest game last night, Yankees at White.
Awesome
it was
game.
an amazing game.
Yeah.
I watched it last night. Yeah, I think it went to 12 innings. Yeah, the White Sox, they come back. They were down. They were down like
in the ninth inning, I think.
They were down 4-0 in that game. Come back and win it.
Against like one of the better pitchers, and Cam Schlittler.
Yeah, and they went crazy at the end of the game. It was cool. So shout out to the White Sox.
The Braves.
I know Demarius in the chat's a big White Sox fan.
I told you to watch Braves Mets last night. Shout out Gary Parrish. Chris Sale on the bump for the Braves last night. Went 6 innings, 9 strikeouts. Like he's got to be in the Cy Young competition in the NL. The Braves won 1-0. He pitched. He gave up. The Braves gave up 2 hits on 9 innings. They could not score a run. They finally got 1 run and won at 1-0. But MLB trade deadline is Monday, and your Orioles played the Tigers last night. One of probably the biggest name getting discussed in all this is Tarek Skubal, the starter for the Tigers. Started the All-Star game. Has been an awesome pitcher for them. He started last night. People think it might be his final start for the Tigers. He got 7-0 lead. Comes out of the game, they lost to the Orioles. So I would not be shocked if Skubal gets moved. The thing that's kind of terrifying, I was watching SportsCenter this morning, and Buster Olney said that the team most likely to go after him is the Dodgers.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if the Orioles do anything.
You think they'll sell?
I mean, they're 7th right now in the wild card standings. Like that's
out of it though.
I know, but they could in theory make a run. They never make any big moves though. That ain't how they operate, brother.
Baltimore Orioles on the ESPN. All Baltimore Orioles. Biggest question: how much are they ready to blow this thing up?
Yeah. That's rinse, repeat. Feels like
baseball's the one
every year.
Baseball's the one sport that, like, more than I think the NBA or any other one, that at the deadline, like, there is a ton of movement.
Mm-hmm.
And like teams who are, like, every team who's not close just sells everybody.
Right.
Like, it feels like baseball is like, it's like going to a swap meet or something on the trade deadline. Like, there's a ton of movement every year. The Braves end up getting like 4 guys every year at the trade deadline. So we'll see if these teams make a lot of moves. I guess Scooble's the one who could swing the balance of power in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
The crazy part is that the 3 teams with the best farm systems in baseball are the 3 teams with the best record in baseball. The Dodgers, the Rays, and I forget the third one off the top of my head. Oh, the Brewers. Those 3 teams have like the strongest farm systems and they have the best record. So like if anyone goes all in, like watch for those 3 teams to do something and go find one of these guys. We'll see who becomes available at the deadline.
Number 3.
All right, man. I heard CJ and Jess talking about this today, and so I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about it too. I'm fired up for this new Spider-Man movie, and I saw Nick. That's my bad, Nick. I sent that to Kyra. We spelled Spider-Man wrong. You're supposed to have a hyphen in Spider-Man, obviously. Yeah. That's on me. That's on me. I'm excited about this new Spider-Man movie. It is the highest. Let me make sure I get this right. It's called Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Tom Holland, his 4th Spider-Man film. And the cool thing about this one is we just found out today it debuted with an audience score of 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, a critic score of 91%, but it's the highest rated MCU movie of all time and the highest rated Spider-Man movie of all time as of right now. It's going to do massive numbers at the box office this weekend. We're going to see it Saturday. And this is going to be one of the biggest movie years in a long time, by the way. Like, this is going to be a huge box office year. Like, the theaters are back. We are so back.
So between the Spider-Man, Avengers is coming out. There's a lot of like blockbuster stuff.
Dune 3, yeah. There's a lot
Dune
left,
3,
yeah.
I saw in one of the
Odyssey still putting up huge numbers.
One of the betting markets had the Odyssey as the favorite to win Best Picture.
I think that's fair.
Probably because Nolan's involved, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
He won it before. Yeah.
It's a great movie. I saw it.
Yeah.
I loved it. You know who I thought was pissed after they saw that movie? Chalamet. Because he thought he could be the Tom Holland in that movie.
Oh, yeah. I know. Those two dudes always get compared.
Those guys had to be going for that same role in that movie.
Yeah, those guys do always get compared to each other. But yeah, man, this one's, I've been watching, like, trying to watch some of the MCU stuff leading up to it. I got to watch that Punisher One Last Kill.
Is that a show or a movie?
It's like a one-off special, I believe, that they did on Disney Plus. But Punisher's in this one, the Hulk's in this one, which is pretty cool.
In the Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's become like this. Hulk has become like this. I wouldn't say mysterious figure, but he kind of like pops in and out a little bit more than a lot of the main characters do in the MCU. So it's always kind of fun when Hulk shows up, and so everyone's kind of intrigued by him.
Bruce Banner or Hulk?
Both.
Okay.
Judging by the trailer, both are in it. Yeah. Bruce Banner will morph into. Is it morph? Does he morph into Hulk? I think he
transforms.
Zendaya's in this too, so you got a bunch of star power. But it's setting up to be the second biggest opening weekend ever for Sony. This is a unique movie because. This series because Sony, who owns Spider-Man, who owns the rights to Spider-Man, lends Spider-Man to Disney for the MCU. Like he's like on loan.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a partnership that they have basically.
So they get a check.
So it's so Spider-Man can be in the MCU and be an Avenger and be with all these other characters that Disney puts out because like the Spider-Verse movies, that's a Sony property, right? All the old Spider-Man, all the old Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, and then the ones with Andrew Garfield, so all Sony properties. So it's kind of cool that they do this. And what was the other thing that I saw? Yeah, it's highest rated Spider-Man movie of all time. And then if I may plug physical media, like I do weekly on this show. A lot of people are going back and just watching the old Spider-Man movies to get ready for this one. Because if you remember in the last one, Spider-Man No Way Home, the multiverse caused all of these people to come together. Basically, the Sinister Six, all the villains are together from all the Spider-Man movies. You got the 3 Spider-Men all coming together to fight the Sinister Six.
I remember all 3 coming together. Yeah.
Yeah, and so people want to go back and watch these old movies, right? The old Spider-Man movies. Well, Netflix, I believe tomorrow, is pulling the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies off of it, and so you're gonna have no way to watch that unless you own them on physical media like I do. So
we ended up last night. We watched Hoosiers.
Okay.
And you said you've never seen Hoosiers. That's stunning to me.
I've never seen Hoosiers. In fact, like as a big movie guy, me and GP have talked about this a lot. As a big movie guy, my blind spot is sports movies.
Okay.
Like, I've never seen the Rocky movie. I've seen Rocky, I haven't just...
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've sat down. I've seen Rocky, like, on cable, like, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I've never seen any of the sequels to Rocky.
Yeah.
I've never seen Hoosiers. What are some of the other great sports movies of all time?
Oh, boy.
What are some of the baseball ones?
You said you liked Remember the Titans.
That's one of my favorite movies. That's the best.
Is it because
that's
you
the
don't
best
like
sports movie of all time.
Sports movies
No, it's not even that. It's just like, how many good ones are there? There's
a lot of really bad ones.
Yeah,
That's
there's
kinda what I
way more
like.
bad ones than good ones.
Let's see, Rocky.
I would venture to say Varsity Blues is one of the best sports movies of all time. Rest in peace, James Vanderbeek.
Friday Night Lights.
It's good.
Bull Durham.
Never seen it.
Miracle.
It's good.
Chariots of Fire.
Never seen it. And I think it won Best Picture. I've never seen it.
Oh, Blue Chips with Penny, Shaq.
It's been so long. Nick Nolte. It's been so long. That
I bet you've seen Any Given Sunday.
You know who directed Blue Chips?
No.
William Friedkin. I think,
yeah.
Who directed The Exorcist.
You saw
Isn't that crazy?
Any Given Sunday?
That's not weird to you. You're just gonna blow right past that. To the guy that directed The Exorcist also directed Blue Chips with Shaq and Penny.
Yeah. Bob Cousy's in that movie. It's a random. Dwayne Shinsis is in there.
Yeah. Chris said the Mighty Ducks trilogy. Obviously, that's goated.
Oliver Stone did.
I love the Mighty Ducks.
I thought you'd be into that. Bend It Like Beckham is on this list.
Never seen it. I've seen Any Given Sunday. That's a good one.
Victory. That's an awesome one.
Never seen
Michael Caine, Sylvester Stallone, and Pele.
Never seen it.
They're World War II prisoner of wars, and they have to win a soccer game to escape from camp.
Wait, what's the one where Matt Damon's a rugby player?
I don't know.
Morgan Freeman's in it. I think
That's
Morgan Freeman plays Nelson Mandela.
Clint Eastwood directed it.
I never saw that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, man, it's just and I've never never saw Hoosiers.
They've got,
and I love Gene Hackman. He's one of the all-time great actors. Rest in peace.
This movie list has Big Lebowski as a sports movie.
Because of the bowling?
I guess.
That doesn't make any sense.
The Natural?
Someone said The Big Green.
What about the
Rookie of the Year? Yeah, all the kids ones are great, by the way. I've seen all of those. All those I've got covered. Little Giants, that's all good stuff. Angels in the Outfield. But it's like the real class. Like, I've never seen The Natural.
White Men Can't Jump.
With Woody and Wesley Snipes. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Dang.
Yeah,
that's a Ron Shelton one.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Bull Durham. Did you ever see that one?
I never saw Bull Durham.
I'm almost at the end of this list.
I love Rudy. Rudy's great.
Yeah, I've never seen Rudy.
Okay. See, okay.
What about
you? Got to see Rudy, man.
Why?
It's good. Although I think that one's a little fabricated.
Bad News Bears.
Possibly. I've never seen it.
Any of them? There's been like 8.
No, I never seen them.
Yeah,
I never
made
seen
remakes and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I got to dive into the Rocky franchise. I need to get it. I need to get involved.
Rocky
in that.
4 is my favorite. When he fights Dolph Lundgren. He fights the Russia. It's Russia against the United States, and Rocky single-handedly ends the nuclear arms race.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
it's a great story.
Did you see the trailer for the new one? With the document, or it's not? It's a biopic of Stallone creating the movie,
making Rocky. Yeah, I saw that, and I saw somebody on Twitter tweeting about a screenwriter talking about working with Stallone and how good he. Because Stallone wrote Rocky,
Mhm.
the original one,
Yeah.
and directed a bunch of those early ones, and like wrote and directed all those things. Like I think people just think of him as like this kind of, bumbling
Action star.
actor, a guy who grunts and runs around and beats people up. But he's actually a pretty accomplished filmmaker.
It is weird. Like the first Sylvester Stallone movie I can ever remember seeing is you're gonna remember this. What was it called? Where he was in the subway and he's like Daylight. Yeah, that's like my first memory of him. That and Cliffhanger.
And there was another movie around that time where it's him and he's in a prison and he's trying to get out of a prison. Have you seen that one? Where it's like somebody else is in it, like Gandolfini or somebody like that, but it's him trying to like escape from a prison.
Escape Plan, Kyra says.
Okay.
I never seen it.
I don't know. It's great.
She said that with a lot of excitement too.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
We're going to have to dive into that one too. All right, we got a lot of stuff to watch.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff to watch.
Yeah.
You want to? Let's just do that. Let's watch it all tonight, and then just come here tomorrow.
We should
and do
pick one to
a
watch
movie
tonight.
special. Okay.
Which one do you want to watch tonight?
Like a sports movie.
Sure.
Okay, I got to make sure that I can find it.
I say you watch Hoosiers.
It's just got to be whatever I can find. Well, you found that on streaming, right?
Yeah, I forgot where it was. Let me look.
Just let me when you find out. Let me know. I see. That's one of those. I don't know if I want to do Hoosiers
It's
because
on Amazon Prime free.
see the thing with Hoosiers though is I feel like it's because Gary's never watched it either, and he's like Mr. College Basketball.
It's about high school.
GP
basketball.
has interviewed people.
It's not about college basketball.
I thought it was.
No, it's about high school basketball.
GP has interviewed people from that movie and has never seen the movie.
I mean, the only person there's only like three famous people in the movie. It's Gene Hackman, Dennis Hopper, and Barbara Hershey, and then it's all people you've never seen before.
See that one though, I feel like it's like a source of pride now that I haven't seen it. Like it's so
if you watch that, I'll watch Rudy.
Rudy's long.
I mean,
you might have to carve out some time for that. We got time.
Hoosiers is 2 hours. Hour 55.
I'd rather watch like Angels in the Outfield.
Those are
again.
fun though. What about watch Rocky, the original Rocky?
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. I'll find something and we'll figure it out tomorrow. But back to the original topic. Stoked about Spider-Man. It's gonna be a big weekend. If anyone can like give me recommendations on because I'm not gonna finish Daredevil Born Again. I'm gonna try to knock out this Punisher. If there's anything else I need to grab before I get into Spider-Man, I think I got all my bases covered though.
The only thing I don't understand in there is Hulk being involved in the Spider-Man thing. Because like I don't like when he's like Bruce Banner, he's a scientist and maybe there's something there, but then he's shirtless and he's the big dude. Like what is that? I don't know. It just feels kind of weird to me. But whatever.
I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be great. I'm very excited about it.
Number 4.
MLS All-Star Game happened last night.
Okay.
Did you watch?
This is all you. Oh yeah, man. I was riveted.
So
what
this
channel was
point.
it on?
I don't know. It is. I mean, the MLS games are on Apple TV Plus or something like that. This is my point: is that we're in the middle of a sports desert right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could not be more parched if you're a sports fan trying to find stuff to watch on TV. The MLS All-Star Game happened last night in Charlotte. Under 15,000 people in attendance.
Okay.
Supposedly. I saw some photos of it. Most of the best players in MLS didn't play because you get like a 3-week break after the World Cup mandated by FIFA or something. So
you sent me some video of Thomas Mueller
Thomas Mueller won the shootout competition they had. I asked Steven, who's a resident soccer expert who works here, I said, did you watch it last night? And he said no. So like to me, this is like there was a lot of talk during the World Cup of people are like, I'm into soccer now. I'm in. This is it. The World Cup got me into it. The MLS All-Star Game was last night, and they played against the All-Star team from the Mexican League, Liga MX.
What was it on Apple?
I don't know. I still don't know.
They I think they just really messed up with this Apple deal. I do.
They kind of turned it all like cattywampus because they previously the games would be on ESPN or Fox. You could find them.
Yeah.
Now, like last night, like you would have, if it was on Apple, we still don't know. You would have had to like stumble across it. You know what I mean?
Like Apple has a lot of great series stuff that I like. my wife loves Severance. I kind of quit. I got to get back on board. Severance is one of those shows where if you quit watching, then you have to go back and rewatch all the old episodes because you're not going to remember what the hell happened. So I got to do that. They got a lot of good shows, but I mean, in the pantheon of like the big streamers, like where are they? And so I know you got to get a TV deal done. I totally get all that, but sometimes it just seems like to get casual fans on board. Like if you were looking for that World Cup pop, you lost that. Like it's gone now, and you like
sometimes you got to take a step backward to take a step forward
because the World Cup ends. We're in this sports desert, right? Where we're looking for stuff to watch. If you would have just had random. Because, like, right now, I mean, I'm flipping around Major League Baseball. The WNBA has been really good, actually. I've been watching that the past couple nights. But it's just because I'm stumbling into this stuff, right? Like, I'm flipping around. I'm stumbling into this stuff. And that's what they needed. They needed to have, like, the 8 p.m., ESPN slot or ESPN2 slot on a random weeknight right after that World Cup ended, because that's how you do it, right?
You would think so. I mean, it's also though, like, I wonder, Bennett, if you and I are just old, like we have
channel surfing.
Yeah, we have
people
cable.
even say that anymore.
Like for younger people, maybe stumbling around on there is going from Amazon to Apple to Netflix to
Hulu. But like the thing is so. One of the I have Xfinity. One of the reasons I still have it is because they've actually done a pretty good job with their interface of like incorporating all the apps. So like if you're just like searching for stuff to watch, they put all the stuff from the streaming services, just jumble it in there with everything else. So it'll just, you click it and it'll take you right to your app. Like it'll bypass the having to go find the icon and all that kind of stuff, right? So they do a pretty good job of that. But that's what MLS needed. They needed like guys like us to just be and it's just right there in your face. And it's not, you can't, it's just hard to find.
The problem is it's a good thing and a bad thing because you're trying to find things, you can't find it. But the other issue is, like, on the flip side of that, there is so much just crap out there. Like it is hard to find sometimes. Which is crazy to say because I'll turn on my TV and there's 1,000 channels and streaming services and different things, and I can't sort through all the poop and find something I want to watch some nights, and I end up on the same 6 channels over and over and over, and so I don't know. But yeah, I agree. My bigger point here is MLS All-Star Game happened last night. MLS won 4-3. They got
who'd they play?
The Mexican League All-Star team.
Okay.
Liga MX.
Liga MX, yeah.
And they would play like Manchester United. They played like teams from Europe because right now a lot of those European teams are on their tours around the world, like their exhibition things. They did that previously. So they played Liga MX. They won 4-3. Sun Hung Min scored 2 goals last night to get the 4-3 win. He plays for LAFC. But it kind of happened in a vacuum, and I don't know. Everyone got mad that the NBA All-Star Game was broken. Do we have to fix the MLS All-Star Game?
I don't know. I don't care.
All right.
Do you?
No.
Okay.
Number 5.
Good luck to the league, though. Good luck.
So I misread this headline last night when I sent it to you. Because the headline said, juvenile arrested for stealing cannonballs from an Alabama Civil War fortress. And I was like, why was juvenile trying to steal cannonballs?
What fortress it was?
Oh, I can tell you.
Yeah, let me know.
It turns out a juvenile was in Gulf Shores International Airport earlier this month in Alabama, and he had 5 stolen cannonballs in his luggage. And the TSA agent caught him going through. 5 cannonballs wrapped in paper towels.
Is this Fort Morgan that this happened? Near Mobile? Are we talking?
Yes, near Mobile.
Okay.
Yeah, Fort Morgan. Yeah, it's guarded Mobile Bay since 1834. Now a museum. And the guy, the TSA agent saw these things come through and thought they were a bomb, flagged the luggage. They got in there and they found out they were cannonballs. But the kid just tried to steal 5 cannonballs. He returned them. No charges were pressed. But a juvenile, not the juvenile, a juvenile, was the one who tried to steal 5 cannonballs from the Civil War thing. Like my first thought is if I'm stealing cannonballs, I'm not checking them in my luggage.
No, probably not.
If it's you, like you throw them in the Jeep, hit the interstate.
Yeah. I mean, this it's a wild headline. It grabs people's attention. This might be a collector though, man.
A juvenile? Like what kid collects cannonballs from the Civil War?
I don't know. Well, they were all dead. We confirmed that they don't have
cannonballs were?
Yeah, they couldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't explode.
They were from the 1830s.
Right. But man, these people that collect like Civil War memorabilia or just military memorabilia in general, it's a big business.
I have an uncle in Alabama who's into that stuff.
Yeah.
And quick story. He and a buddy have a bunch of this stuff, and they live in a small town in Alabama. The high school in that town asked them to come set up a cannon, and when the team scored or ran on the field or whatever, they wanted him to shoot
Fire
the
it
cannon
off.
Right. His buddy was like, well, we got to make a lot of smoke. Like the people want to see the smoke, right?
Yeah.
So they got like a 50-pound bag of flour and packed it in that thing. Team runs on the field. Boom! They set it off. Flour goes everywhere and coats the entire section of fans.
Dang.
They're all just coated.
That's pretty good.
So they never asked him to do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Kids stole some cannonballs. That's what time of year we're in right now, Bennett.
Well, so yesterday, me and Noah went to there's this cool store on Summer Avenue called Mid-South Hobbies. It's like
it's huge.
Yeah, and they got like racetracks and mini train villages and stuff like that. And I bought we were just looking around at some other stuff. I got Noah like a Star Wars figure, and then I got like this little packet. They have like the like how they used to have like Cowboys and Indian like little plastic figurines and stuff like that. Dude, they had these packages, and they were like $4 a piece. And one of them was like Civil War, and it was like the North and the South, and some of the figures were like in the gray, and some of them were in the navy blue. So I bought it because it's $4. And I'm a history major, so I love stuff like that. Anyways,
hopefully Noah doesn't cheer for the South.
Well, here's the thing: is when we opened it, we it's got like the figurines, it's got the tent, it's got the cannons, it's got the flags, and there's like an American flag, and then there's like another flag, and my wife threw it away.
Good for her.
My wife threw it away.
Good for her.
But I was like, well, wait a second. It's like
this is a historical relic.
It's historically accurate. Like it's
there's a lot of things that are historically accurate that are still like bad to have around.
But when you're playing with toys, like it's like the good guys.
That's not a toy.
I don't know.
I think as long as you
I didn't think it was that big a deal.
As long as you establish that these are the bad guys.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was that big a deal. She didn't like it, and it's okay. Again, it was $4, so whatever. I don't really care that much, but yeah, I like little trinkets.
I get it.
That store is awesome, by the way.
Shout
out to Mid-South Hobbies.
There's a Jason Williams thing Vernon has on his set when he does the show, and it's like a giant Jason Williams. It's a bank, actually, with a slot in the head. I found that at that Mid-South Hobby store. It was just like sitting around over there, and I bought it for $1.
Yeah.
And it's on Vernon's set now.
Shout out Summer Avenue.
Yeah.
Summer is my
awesome.
poplar.
I'm down with Summer Avenue.
You ever seen those bumper stickers that say "Summer is my poplar"?
That's great.
Yeah.
It feels like a slow down dry goods type thing.
That is something they would do. Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We'll get back here. We'll get to GP's Carry Out. You're watching the Gary Parrish Show on Grind City Media.
This Photoshop job of the College Football 27 cover for this year is atrocious. Like, who made this? It's so bad.
This is the deluxe edition. So you have to pay extra to get Kurt Signetti on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're paying extra to get Kurt Signetti?
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The Grizzlies are on their way to a new era, and now's the perfect time to buy in and secure your seat to witness history. With the 2026-27 half-season tickets, you can see the future take shape in real time. With a talented draft class joining our young core and starting this season, half-season ticket holders can own the moments with all new MVP benefits, including inside access to exclusive events, perks that match your passion, and rewards that take your fan experience to the next level. More information, visit grizzlies.com/tickets or just call 901-888-HOOP or grizzlies.com/tickets.
When the arena lights dim for a concert or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person who will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's a person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to give you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let other fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Stay on top of everything happening in the 901, the Mid-South, and beyond with Grind City Media's e-newsletter, bringing all the news and notes directly to your inbox. Lang's World, always by Lang Whitaker, touches on the biggest stories in the world of sports and pop culture, while Michael Wallace's Grizzlies Insider brings you all the latest coverage and analysis around the Grizzlies and NBA. Don't miss a thing. Stay connected to the conversation and sign up to download the lowdown today at grindcitymedia.com.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Christmas in July is rolling, and you can win some great prizes such as a Grizz Den gift card. You can enter now at grizzlies.com/Grizmas for your chance to win and check back every day through Friday, July 31st for more Grizzmas in July prizes. Again, today it is a Grizz Den gift card. You can enter now at grizzlies.com/Grizmas.
Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show.
Shout out Christmas in July.
Shout out Christmas in July. Get your shopping done right now. I'm Lang. He's Bennett. She's Kyra. Let's do the carryout.
If I can find it.
It's time.
It's a new it's a new system in here. All right, we're all learning
with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
Couple of stories in the news today. Bill Belichick had to speak at ACC Media Day, and he avoided comment on their GM probe on Michael Lombardi that is apparently happening. It feels like a lot of schadenfreude there. Like, people are kind of like, all right, answer for your questions now, Belichick.
Yeah, right.
And he did not. He said, we're working through some things.
It's the most he said in a press conference in years.
Big Ten Media Days also started today, too, so I'm sure we'll get some news coming out of that the next couple days. One other story in the world of sports that's not fun. Amon Green, Green Bay Packers running back legend, said he has Parkinson's.
Oh, dang.
Diagnosis.
Yeah.
So you said that there was I got a news story this morning that was kind of fun about Ben Affleck.
Oh, yeah. This was kind of cool. He was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which I didn't realize we were still doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but I guess we are.
I think Jimmy Kimmel hosts it.
Well, game shows, game shows are like back on network TV. I feel like there's a ton of game shows on network TV at nighttime. But Ben Affleck and Jeopardy champion Jamie Ding, they were on the new Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. They scored the winning prize and won the $1 million for the nonprofit Eastern Congo Initiative. The reason I wanted to bring this up, my dad was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Was he really?
He was with Regis back when it was like at the peak of its powers. He didn't get in the seat with Regis though.
He was remember, in like the circle.
Remember you had to do the questionnaire, like you had to get as many of them right as you could to get in the big chair with Regis. So he was in that. He like went through. It's hard to get on game shows, man. My dad had to go through like this. I think he had to do 3 phone calls where he had to answer a bunch of questions or stuff like that to even get the invite to New York. And then he gets to meet Regis, take a picture and everything. And you know, he didn't get the combination right or whatever to get in the big chair with Regis. But he's on TV like waving at the camera, which is cool.
When I was in middle school, I was on the Quiz Bowl team. We competed against other middle schools. It was 4 of us. I was kind of the sports specialist, right? Like, and they would ask current events questions. I was 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
our principal called us in the office one day, the whole Quiz Bowl team, and he's like, guys, Teen Jeopardy is coming to try out people. We want to send the 4 of you to the tryouts.
Yeah.
I was the only one who was 13, so I went to the tryouts. It was all these like 18, 19-year-olds and me. I was the youngest one there by far. We sit down. They gave us a 25-question written exam. I remember one of the questions is, what building's on the back of the $20 bill?
What's on the back of the $20 bill?
What building?
It's the God, I can see it. What building is on the back of the $20 bill? It's not the Capitol.
It's the White House.
It's the White House.
So there was 25 questions. Something we did. There was probably about 20 of us in this room at a hotel, like a conference room. We took it. They were like, it was these producers. They're like, we're gonna go grade these. We'll be right back. In the meantime, someone's gonna come talk to you. And Alex Trebek walked in. Alex Trebek walked in wearing a Jeopardy leather jacket with the collar popped.
Oh yeah.
It was
oh yeah. He was cool as hell.
He was the best.
I
didn't make it on the show.
If I could be on what? So okay, my favorite game show of all time is Jeopardy. Jeopardy's the best.
Yeah.
I mean that thing just for years.
Yeah.
You know, and still going strong.
You still watch it?
Yeah, I do still watch it.
Ken Jennings.
Yeah, not like I used to.
Not
Like when
religiously.
when I was a kid and it would come on like in the afternoons after school. Like
I used to watch it every day
and
in,
you didn't
like,
have a
high
lot of
school.
options. Yeah. So I would always watch it. Loved Jeopardy. That's my favorite game show. It's not the one I would choose to be on because I don't think I would have a chance.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, if I could be on a game show, I mean, I guess the simple answer is I think I'd do good at Family Feud. I think I'd do good at Family Feud. Yeah.
I might go Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, I think I'd do okay at Wheel of Fortune too. But I think I'd pick Family Feud.
Last week I was in Atlanta with my son and a bunch of dads and their kids, and they have this thing outside the Brave Stadium called Game Show. And it's sort of like an escape room experience, except it's a game show and you play against another random group of people. And there's games that are like Wheel of Fortune. There's games that are like Jeopardy. There's trivia. There's things where you like Plinko on Price is Right.
We got something like that in Overton Square.
Oh, really?
The Game Night Lounge?
Yeah,
I haven't been to it yet.
I've actually done that one. That one's cool too.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing?
Same idea.
Yeah.
You go with like a couple of your buddies and stuff and then make teams. It's fun. So anyway, Ben Affleck, hey, his $500,000 question. See if you can answer this. You ready?
Okay.
What achievement occurred 2 months after a New York Times article said it wouldn't happen for 1 million to 10 million years?
Okay.
Possible answers.
Okay, let me write it down.
Splitting the atom.
Okay.
Cloning a mammal.
Okay.
First airplane flight. Polio vaccine.
I'm gonna say. See, I feel like the obvious answer is the polio vaccine.
All
I'm
right.
gonna say cloning a mammal.
Airplane flight.
Jesus.
Affleck got it.
He's a smart guy.
He said, I only remember this because it was a time in my life where I spent time looking up examples of things the press got wrong.
Okay.
So he knew that one. The one that the $1 million question, I didn't see it in this article. I read it in another article, was about, here it is. At the end of the year, or at Thanksgiving every year, the president pardons a turkey.
Yes.
As a Thanksgiving tradition. The $1 million question is, in the annual Thanksgiving tradition, all but one of these have been the names of turkeys pardoned by a U.S. president. You ready? One of these is incorrect.
Okay.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
Tater and tot. Mac and cheese. Spaghetti and meatball.
Wait, say them again.
Peanut butter and jelly. Tater and tot. Mac and cheese. Spaghetti and meatball.
And what's the question again?
Which one of those was
Doesn't
not
make sense.
a turkey that was pardoned by the president?
Oh, mac and cheese? No, that's a Thanksgiving side dish. That would make sense that it would be spaghetti meatballs.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was the $1 million question. They got it right.
That's easy.
I feel like it, yeah.
That's easy. You just go with whatever one's not a Thanksgiving dish.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it was $1 million. They were nervous,
Yeah.
So.
Remember when the one dude, he might have been the first ever $1 million winner, and he used his last lifeline to call his dad and be like, "Hey."
Oh yeah.
That was really
Yeah, it was cool.
massive flex.
Yeah.
It was cool.
He's like, "I'm about
Hey,
to
I don't
win $1
really need
million."
anything. I'm just about to win $1 million.
Just so you know.
Yeah. That was cool. What a time. What a time. All right.
What's next?
What's today's biggest game?
All right, I'm going to take you to Las Vegas, Nevada tonight. Got a big showdown in the W. The New York Liberty, who are currently in 7th place, are at the Las Vegas Aces, who are currently number 2. So you get Breanna Stewart, Asia Wilson. Big matchup tonight. The Aces -5.5. I mean, they're better. Liberty struggling a little bit. I'll go Aces.
Tonight, the Braves play the Nationals on ESPN. I know you don't want to bring up the Braves unless they're on national TV. But it's actually an interesting game. The Nationals are like right on the cusp of making like a run for the postseason or not. And if they don't do it this weekend, Monday's the trade deadline. So they might sell off and hit the reboot button. The Nationals beat writer said this is the most important series they've had since they won the World Series. So
okay.
Big series for the Nationals and the Braves.
What are we watching on TV?
We got to pick a movie. What is you going to watch?
Oh, yeah, I know. Which, I don't know.
I want you to watch Hoosiers.
Okay, I'm kind of wanting to just start diving into the Rocky movies,
right.
if I'm being honest. What are you going to do?
I've never seen Victory. No, not Victory, the hockey one. What's the hockey one
Oh,
called?
you know what I want to watch, actually? Because we talked about this week. David Johnson, who's the new Black Panther. I was talking about, he's in that movie, The Long Walk, which is based on the Stephen King.
It's not a sports movie, though.
Yeah, but it just dropped on HBO Max, so I want to see that.
All right.
It looks pretty good.
I'll watch a sports one. I'll find a sports one.
I'll find a sports one too. Dude, I can.
We can talk about it with Jessica
Bro,
tomorrow.
I can knock out 2 movies in a night. I don't go to sleep till midnight anyways. Yeah.
What's the best thing we've read?
You know what? I read this story on The Athletic yesterday about, and as a Braves fan, I kind of come across this guy in my timeline a lot, Frank the Tank, who's a Barstool personality. Frank Fleming's his name.
Yep.
He's known for watching the Mets and yelling and getting upset about the Mets.
Right.
I've just kind of like had a tertiary relationship with him just from seeing him complain about the Mets on social media. But they had a very deep dive profile on him in The Athletic. It was really interesting to read about kind of how he got to where he is. Now he has 1 million followers across all platforms. The Mets kind of have a weird relationship with him because he just complains about the Mets.
Yeah.
But he's a season ticket holder too. So like some of the Mets players, he's apparently become friends with Darryl Strawberry, it said in the article. But it was a really interesting article. It was good to read in The Athletic. So,
Okay. Good stuff.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
Jessica will be here. We'll talk about movies.
Yeah, we'll have
That's
some
all I
more.
know.
We'll have some more training camp stuff. There's stuff coming out from the Tigers football side of it as well that we could touch on. We'll have a show for you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do something. We'll be here.
It'll be good.
And then I'll leave on vacation. So
Where are you going?
Florida.
You going to the
Several
beach?
places. Yeah.
Oh, y'all bouncing around?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you told me this.
Yeah. Gonna end up at Disney World.
Nice.
It's fun. Happiest place on earth.
It's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, tomorrow we'll get into all that stuff and get you out of here. Stay tuned. Chris Vernon will be with you in half an hour. 2 o'clock. The Odds Couple will be live from here. So for Kyra, for Bennett, I'm Lang. See you soon.